Hey guys, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my February bullet journal month setup video. Yeah. So first off, let's kick it off with a quick flip through for last month, which was January. And I did a sci-fi panel, futuristic kind of design and theme. And I actually uploaded this last week because I was super late, but you know what they say, better late than never. So that's my theme for January, and I really like how it turned out. I do think that maybe digitally it would have turned out pretty cool, just because I would have had the option to make the panels glowy or just add some effects and make it look more, I don't know, just cool and more what I was going for. And when I do it on paper, I do have some limitations, more or less. So definitely not as good looking on paper as it is as a digital theme, which I am still currently working and trying to finish so we can have a printable version of that. But now let's move on to this month's theme, which for February I chose comic books. And the reason why I chose this one this month is because I actually went on a huge, well, not huge, but I guess huge for me, reading I don't know, mode, and I just read comic books and graphic novels, and I also bought quite a few volumes of graphic novels, so I was just inspired. And I've also been drawing some of my original characters that are part of a comic book story that I hope to one day develop. We'll see where life leads that dream of mine. But yeah, I've always loved comic books ever since I was little, and I just wanted to do something that kind of reminded me of that. And the theme is pretty simple. I only use the elements of comic books, for instance, patterns, dots, and bold lines and bold colors. I didn't go too overboard. I wanted to create something that's easy to recreate and that you guys, that is also visually stimulating, because I feel like it's very bold in your face and it draws your attention. So it makes you want to fill it up. It makes you want to just look at it and pay attention. And for me personally, that's always good, because I need something to motivate me to continue writing in my bullet journal. Not that I don't write every day almost, but I do like it when it's visually stimulating as well. So for my theme, for my quote this month, I chose a very strange quote. And I have, honestly, the character that I found this quote from, I think he was called the Martian Manhunter, something like that. I have absolutely no idea who that is. I heard about him for the first time when I was looking up quotes from comic books, and I got the usual comic book quotes, like from Batman or from Spider-Man, but they were just so overused and so cliche, and they didn't really go with my theme for some reason. And so I was looking for something different, and I came across this quote, and it's, you know, it's not exactly for the theme. I don't know if it fits it as a mood, but I definitely liked the quote. It says, "The future is worth it. All the pain, all the tears. The future is worth the fight." And no matter how you spin it and how you look at it, that's definitely a true quote. It's pretty self-explanatory, it's straight to the point, and frankly, I believe it's true. So I like that quote. Again, no idea who the character is. I will try to link him down below, for instance. I don't know, but I found it really hard to find any good comic book quotes and life lessons and everything that I tried to search for. It was very hard. I don't know why. I was kind of feeling like there would be more, but for some reason there wasn't. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas or any favorite quotes from comic books, I would love to hear them in the comments section down below. I'm sure I'm missing some pretty well-known ones, but I am right now completely spacing out on any. And also, when I was looking for it in Google, I also couldn't find anything really good. So I'd love to hear what your favorite comic book quotes are, guys, in the comments down below. Now, for my overview of the month and the pages where I do my calendar and all of the events, I made the whole page look like comic book panels, and I thought it was really cool, and I added some graphic and visual elements. In just a few of them, I added some lines and some colors. On the next page, I have my mood tracker and my habit tracker, also my to-do list and my future log. And I only added 4 moods this time. I'm going to use a cross-hatching technique to fill in every day that I feel a certain way. And on my habit tracker, I decided to try to make it like dots, you know, those comic book dots that they use, like printer dots. I really wanted to incorporate that as well, so that's the way I'm going to be filling out my habit tracker. And you will get a sneak peek at the beginning of next month when I do a flip through of this month, I suppose. But yeah, for my to-do list, I added a speech bubble, and for my future log, I made it like it's a thought speech bubble, something like that. I think it's really cool. I really love how the yellow color just kind of pops off of the page, and I also like the cross-hatching shadows that I used on all of the panels and speech bubbles. Overall, I think it turned out really simple and yet bold and cool, and I really like it. It's probably not gonna be my favorite theme of the year, but it's so simple that I find it very endearing, which is interesting. The next page, I have my book tracker, what I read, my TV tracker, and my social media trackers. And for some reason, my camera decided to not cooperate, and I lost about an hour of footage, but it was just me inking the page that I'm currently on. Nothing too interesting, nothing too special, just me drawing in some lines. But yeah, it was an hour of footage, and my camera corrupted the entire file. And this is not the first time that this happened. I don't know why exactly it does that. I think it's because my battery was really low, and sometimes it tells me that the battery is empty, and it still continues working and recording. And if I notice it and I stop it, and then the file is corrupt. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if there is a way to fix it. But either way, this is not the first time that my camera has decided to corrupt my files. It's really annoying, but in this case, it didn't matter quite as much, so we're good. But hopefully it doesn't happen in the future as well, because I once was doing a wrap-up for all the books I read, and I lost absolutely all of the footage, and there was no way to recover it, and I found out 2 days later, so yeah, that was very annoying. But anyway, for my book tracker, I went with a comic book that is kind of, well, it's just a comic book and some dots in the background. I feel like the dots really pulled it together and it made it look really cool and a lot more like a comic book and what I was going for. And in this speech bubble, I'm only going to write down what I read for this month. And on the bottom panel, I used a TV and some more yelling speech bubbles, I guess, and the words OMG, just to make it more interesting. And that is where I'm going to write down all of the TV shows and movies that I saw this month. On the other page, the ring is to signify my cell phone, so notifications and everything concerning social media. And that's all of my speech bubbles. I really like how that page turned out. It's just speech bubbles. It's very simple, but it's really cool. I really like it. And on the next page, I have my sleep tracker and my personal log and my expenses tracker. For my speech tracker, I'm going to do the exact same thing as my habit tracker. I'm going to fill out the hours when I was sleeping with a few dots varying in size to make it visually more interesting. My personal log is just a yellow, I was gonna say sticky note because it kind of reminds me of a sticky note, but it's just a yellow panel where I'm going to write down anything I want to. And for my expenses tracker, I really like it. It kind of looks like a newspaper. I don't know why it reminds me of a newspaper, but I don't know, I really like it, and I love the bold letters on the top. It just says ka-ching. I really enjoy how this one turned out. So that is basically it for the theme. I again am trying to do a book theme, you know, I mean in my bullet journal theme, and then let me start over. I'm trying to do a hand-drawn theme and do it as a digital theme by the end of the month. So again, I will be trying to do that for this month as well, so you can see the digital version and have some printables as well. So this is the flip through. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see and would like to see more. And I would love to hear your opinions on this month's theme. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!